Evening, everyone. Dr. Freedom here with the Times for Doctor News. News from in and around Hooters that may or may not affect you on a strange, weird, biological, psychological, soul to America level that could only drive you insane. Well, it just did me. Yeah, just because it walks like a duck and talks like a duck does not mean it's necessarily true. There's a lot of stuff going in and around tonight. Like, people have been seeing pictures of a truck at one of the filmings saying, look, it had a unit emblem on the side of it. And the problem is, when the people looked at that truck, it does have in the front window a valid placard for, Doctor Who filming. But the truck was filled with equipment. It was a piece of crap truck, okay? I'm not kidding, look at this thing. This is the truck they're saying is, part of filming. The thing was, filming was all interior that day. So no, it did not happen. I don't think Unit is involved in any way with Series 12. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get on to it. Let's show you the rest of the stuff I have for you. And away we go. Okay, first off, here we go, kids. Now, take a look here. Now, notice this. There's the van, and once again, everybody is getting all excited about. And this was this picture was shot near Station Road on North Llandaff in Wales. Now, all the filming, as you can see how they've got everything taped off? That's because it was an interior shoot. Also, the van in question was also filled with filming equipment. So chances are this was done as a playful thing by one of the crew members or, the driver or whatnot. It's not meant to be an actual Unit vehicle unless, Unit really hit the skids. Maybe they're living off Matt Smith pay. I don't know. So don't get excited and say, oh, look, Unit's back based off of one photo. And a lot of people talking about the same lesson are throwing crazy fits about this. Russell T. Davies, John Barrowman have discussed a Torchwood movie starring David Tennant and Billie Piper. But when you go back, it's John Barrowman reflecting back on a story. He said, I can't remember what ceremony it was, but I was speaking to RTD. He picked up an award for a very English scandal, and we said, wouldn't it be great if we could do a Torchwood or Doctor Who movie, with Captain Jack, David Tennant, and Billie Piper. Now, but the problem is, if you skip to the bottom of this article, sorry, I skipped past it. First off, Russell T. Davies, although the old head of Who might have shown enthusiasm for the idea, it's unlikely the writer would want to seriously pursue it. He recently told the Radio Times he'd never write a Doctor Who story again. He goes, it'd be like I'm coming back to a job I did 10 years ago, and who would do that? And also, you got to remember, Barrowman's aged on a bit. David Tennant's busy as hell. Same thing with Billie Piper. Tennant's got so many voice roles now, it's scary. And I don't really see him taking the time out or being able to do this. Plus, you'd have to have the backing of the BBC, and that's never going to happen either. Look at what happened when Paul McGann made his 7-minute appearance back in the day. Everybody was demanding a Paul McGann spinoff, and then the BBC turned around and said, no, it would only confuse the audience. That was also Moffat, the Moffatier said as well. It would only confuse everyone having more than one doctor on television at the time. Meanwhile, you had tens of thousands of signatures asking for Paul McGann to get it, and they just ignored it. Meanwhile, what do you get when you finally get a spinoff? You get ass, and that's a whole other story. Okay, so a roundup on the filming in Cardiff. Here's Mandip Gill. Here's Mandip Gill with somebody, and some other tweets and stuff that relate back to that. So it's not a biggie. Like I said, it was interior filming. Nobody saw anything. It's assumed that Jodie was there as well, but once again, I don't think anybody actually saw her because she was inside the building. Well, I don't know. Of course, today, Doctor Who Magazine number 541 came out, and it's got a whole lot of nifty stuff in it, as you can see here. And it is, of course, priced £5.99 per usual. That is a very lovely cover with Pat Troughton on board. And just for craps and giggles, I threw this. Look, there's Gunpowder Milkshake, the cast. Karen Gillan threw this up earlier. And it's, lists the whole cast and who's in it. Just to give you one name right there, there's Lena Headey, Angela Bassett, and whatnot. It's Carla Gugino, Michelle Yeoh. Sorry, why don't I just name it off and get it over with? And I have no idea what the movie is about. It's some kind of action thriller thing, I believe. So to sum up, you'll notice that I'm trying out some new things. I recorded the opener with a different program. I wish, Zoom, for some reason, does not record with the same quality as my other program does, VideoPad. So it may come to pass that sooner or later, I'm basically just going to do where I'm going to film the screenshot parts in one segment and then do the before and after using, VideoPad, because the quality's better, the sound's better. Just to give you an idea, you're hearing this is recorded on Zoom right now. And don't get me wrong, Zoom's an amazing program for if you want to do podcasts and stuff like that. Plus, I think it's the other one you can get, which is a variant of Zoom, where you can actually do live streaming with it in groups. But the problem is, as you can see and hear, the quality is not as good as the first segment, is it? Well, I'm getting on out of here, folks. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Have a good one. And once again, don't fly off the handle just because you saw an article with a really enticing, title to it. It doesn't mean it's going to come to pass. Have a great night, kids.